One of my buddies just called. So, pulling a plug, dude. Fucking retiring, man. This is your jag up. You should have retired 40 fucking years ago. You know these guys, they know. The second that I was able to get out of that job, and I'm not saying it was any terrible job, I'm not saying any of that. Law enforcement has been very good to me, both my jobs. So I've got no beef like that. But with working, raising kids, the crib, the building, the 5 jobs, the school, all the rest of that shit, I woke up June 1st, 2010 and looked out my fucking window. I go, it was a pretty day out. I had 100 and some fucking sick. I didn't even call in sick. I called the pension board. I says, all right, what are the mutuals? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Done. Called payroll. Put me on vacation time. Called the captain. Called the soup. Put me on a fucking thing. I'm burning my fucking time. I walked out of there with some cash. I walked out of there with a pension. And I walked out of there with my head up, knowing I never fucked nobody the whole time I was there, even though I got fucked several times. That's cool. When you're in that game, you understand the mutuals. When you're in law enforcement, you know what the fucking hardest part of the job is? Dealing with the jagoffs that are your bosses. Stupid sergeants, stupid lieutenant, whatever. Politicians. Everybody wants to tell you how to do your fucking job while they're sitting behind a fucking desk, shoving a fucking donut in their fucking mouth, and the fucking captain's getting a blowjob from the clerk in the goddamn office. God bless him. I wish I was. But the rest of us snuffies are out there in the street, or in the jail system, or somewhere in a law enforcement field where you have contact with knuckleheads. It's all the fucking same. I did both. Don't get it twisted. It's a little different techniques for different things. You're dealing with dickheads. And most of the dickheads you're dealing with are on the fucking job, like the sheriff you got that wants to make a fucking pizza parlor out of the county jail. Nowhere in the Constitution does it say you gotta make a pizza joint out of the county jail and you're an Irish prick. If you're fucking there going, hey, he's a G-ball, what do you expect? Make boiled potatoes and cabbage, you jagoff. Look, you need to change the city, you need to change the county, and you need to update the bullshit you're doing, because you know what? You're ruining everything. You don't want the cops to go out there, toss these jagoffs, do their job, and get rid of these motherfuckers, and the streets are safe. You don't want that. You want to cry about every goddamn thing. When a cop fucks up, that's it. He pays like everybody else. But you're going to go blame the whole fucking system because of one jagoff, right? So that means I gotta blame every Spanish, every black, every whatever person because somebody in their fucking race happens to be a jagoff. I don't work like that. But apparently the city does, and that's why this city's in a state of fucking collapse. Because all you want to do is go to war with fucking people who want to make a living. And I had an Uber for a couple of months. Okay, I made a mistake. I had to fix it. I had an Uber. You cannot Uber or drive in the city of Chicago without getting a red light ticket. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Then boom, there goes your whole fucking 2-3 days. Liberalism has killed this goddamn country and made a bunch of pussies out of people. Get up in the morning, raise your family, do your job like everybody else. Ain't no reason in the world anybody should get a voucher for free any fucking thing. Except people that need it, and we know who needs it and we know who don't. So we're not going to go through that argument. If you get up, you wash your ass, you go to work. Veterans are coming home, missing arms, legs, and everything else. And the first thing they want to do is be productive fucking members of society. You got by getting a job. So there's no room for anybody at the free end. This is pay as you go.